מנקות, כל השאר מסתכלות, רק נטר מנקות, רק נטר מנקות.
We're floating in space.
Déjà appelé maintenant.
Ganjal! Waduh. Ben.
In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti.
El payaso loco parte 2.
Guys, have you seen the video of Katy Perry's face? I don't know what's going on, but I hope she's okay.
Make even more noise for my band.
The trainer grabbed the dog by the neck and lifted him straight into the air. The dog kept kicking and screaming as it tried to bite the handler's right hand. The master family sat next to look at the dog very distressed, and the hostess is directly cried out. Even 3 of the show's guests looked horrified. The dog has been living with his owner's family for more than a year. Due to the mistress, indulgence, and doting, the dog has become the eldest in the family. This dog bites when he's not getting his way and will turn over when he's groomed. Because of the dog's erratic character, the owner of the family did not dare to invite friends to visit, for fear that the dog in a bad mood will bite the guests. To solve the problem once and for all, they called in professional dog trainers. As soon as the trainer entered the door, he gave the dog a blow. Then the dog handler came into the room. He threw his dog's usual sleeping mat right out the door. This behavior is a warning to the dog that if you don't behave, you will end up with your mat. The trainer then leads the dog into the room. The first step is to put a collar on the dog and make the dog follow instructions. In the past, the owner's family never put a collar on the dog at home because they dote on the dog, but trainers say collars can be a very effective tool to show dogs where they stand, because wearing a collar means that the dog has to obey the master's instructions. Only in this way the dog will not bully the master. Then he took the dog for a few laps around the living room, where everything seemed normal, but when the handler sits down, and the eyes of the family are focused on him, the dog becomes irritable. First the dog sniffed at the handler, then the dog's eyes suddenly change. Then the dog opens its mouth and bites the handler's right hand. And when the dog tries a few times and finds that it can't quite bite the handler, the dog gets excited. After the dog screamed, the hostess showed a distressed expression, and even the two female guests showed incredible expressions. But the trainer still clung to the collar, unfazed by the dog's struggles, even smiling and mocking. A man and a dog in such a stalemate in situ. The dog would have thought to retreat, did not think it is a wave of energy, ready to launch a second attack. This time the cry is more fierce. The eldest daughter of the host family was scared. Cover her eyes, dare not look, and the hostess also frowns, leaving distressed tears. When the dog tried to turn his head towards the woman to ask for help, she finally couldn't stand it and looked away. Seeing this scene, the dog handler took the initiative to explain. He said that all his actions are in line with the training guidelines. Will never hurt the dog. The purpose of the dog trainer is only one. That is to let the dog recognize their status. Do a qualified pet dog, so the dog owner must not be soft. While calming the owner, the handler continues to hold on to the collar and confront the dog. Finally, after a few minutes, the dog's paws held firmly on his arm slowly let go. The right hand of the dog trainer was covered with thick tooth marks, and even the palm of the hand had been bitten with blood. The trainer's tough attitude has effectively intimidated the dog, who is now sitting on the ground trembling slightly. And when the handler pulled up the lead and headed deeper into the room, the dog followed without hesitation. But when he pulled back and forth, the dog suddenly sat down and began to fight silently. To punish him for his disobedience, the handler tightened the leash and pulled him back to her, but the dog caught him off guard and bit him on the hand. But the trainer remained unperturbed, holding the leash firmly, always pressing the dog on the momentum. Even the face of the host family changed. Where it used to be that owners adored their pets, it is now more likely that owners admire their handlers. After a dozen minutes, the dog seems to relax a bit, so the handler gets up again and takes him for a walk. When the dog left the spot, there was a clear water stain on the floor, which was the sweat from the sole of the dog's feet because the dog was too nervous. This time they went back to the back of the living room, but the dog still did not cooperate, and even wanted to go back to his master. When the dog felt resistance from the lead, it bit the handler twice in a row. This time the dog's resistance was so fierce that the handler even had to put out his arm to fend it off. Finally, after the dog attacked the handler more than a dozen times, the handler picked the dog up in a chokehold. When the dog calms down a bit, the handler releases the lead again, and the dog tries to rush back to its owner, only to be pulled back. But this time the dog seemed to realize the reality, and instead of resisting, he stood by in fear, with his tail between his legs. Then the handler asked the eldest daughter to come and take the dog around the living room on the leash, and this time it was fine, and the dog didn't do anything to hurt anyone. Then the handler asked the eldest daughter to try grooming the dog. Previously, it was during the grooming process that dogs reacted most violently. As soon as the dog is touched, it turns its head and attacks. But this time the dog was completely quiet and at his master's mercy. Seeing this, the three guests couldn't help but cheer for the dog trainer. The host family is finally smiling, although the training process is very difficult for them. But in the end, a good result. Then all the previous effort is worth it. The handler then taught the owner some other training exercises, and the dog cooperated very well. No matter what the stimulation, the dog did not bite again. As a reward, the trainer took the dog's cushion back into the living room and asked the eldest daughter to bring the dog's toy. The dog eventually recovered and was not as scared as before, but he did exactly what he was told. The dog trainer was very pleased with today's results. He said that despite the number of bites, the handler was relieved that the family did not intervene or stop him from training. The essence of this Shiba Inu is not bad. So as long as the owner family in accordance with its training methods, strict requirements of the dog, do not spoil a pet, let it climb on the head of the owner, then the owner and the dog will get along better and better. Alright, this video is here. See you next time.
Now I'm sad. Too much. I thought that I heard you laughing.
Pirate, you naughty bitch. Me and you walk cold, you hungry, right? And them all call me and give me food and say, don't give you none. I pretty equal right and just it. Make a share for my brethren them. If you go give me and no give me brethren them, no give me none, go suck your mother. You hear me want you? You hear me tell you? Me a plea for them to you know. So me no want it. No call me and give me alone, you know, pushy. Yeah?
What is you looking at?
Nothing. You're good, man.
Yeah, I know I'm good.
Are you kidding me? You're just gonna let him do that?
What do you want me to do?
I don't know, be a man for once and do something.
Hey, mother.
Yo, who the is you talking to?
I think he's angry.
Hey, listen, my boyfriend here, he's gonna kick your ass.
First of all, I'm like talking to your hoe, so you can shut the up.
If you don't fight him right now, we're breaking up. You know what? I know you're not gonna do it because you never fight for me. You always just make me stay.
Hey, relax. Relax. I'm gonna go fight him right now. Hold this. Hey, man. It was pretty disrespectful what you did back there.
How about you go back to your all right?
Yeah. He told me to come back.
Go!
Hey, man, I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to fight.
No need to be sorry. You get the first hit.
Just 1 second. Hold this real quick. 7 feet. Perfect. Good.
What this time?
Can I borrow the chair real quick? So dumb, I'm sorry. I'll be right back. Hold on.
No, you're not going back.
I just want to talk to my girl real quick, bro.
Ain't none. You gonna fight.
Babe.
You gonna fight.
You got this, babe.
Wait, you gonna fight.
Babe,
all
babe,
right?
babe.
Ain't no babe. You ready? Come on. Wow.
You ready? Bada bat bomb. This one's called Bada bat bomb.
طبعا ابو محمد الحين مشغل لنا مضخة الماي القديمة اللي على ديزل. ما شاء الله. القديمة دي أيام الطيبين.
What the? I'm trying to figure out what the hell he's doing. I ain't never seen no shit like that before. I think he lost his mind. It's like he having a seizure, I think. Yep, he having a seizure.
Ay! Tutu! 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 Tutu!
Wanna be like the deep day, standing in the best I love, thinking on the way. I don't wanna be like the deep day, standing.
So Rishi's not going to win it. Rishi's not even British, in most people's opinion. He doesn't love England like Boris does.
Jerry, to my knowledge, Rishi Sunak was born in the UK.
Well, can I just say, one of my mates, I was in the military, one of my mates was born in Uganda. He's white as the driven snow and he's English as English can be. He's not African, is he? Citizenship,
he himself is a British citizen, isn't he?
Okay, lots of people are. Half of Al-Qaeda are British citizens. You don't understand how
I'm so sorry, can I...
Having a British passport doesn't mean you're a true English patriot who loves England. Boris loves England and Rishi Sunak will be decimated if he leads the Tories into the election. I'm just telling you what Tory voters believe.
You're aware that Boris DeFeffel Johnson was born in New York, aren't you?
That's what I'm saying. You can be born anywhere, you know that. It's how your allegiance lies to the country.
Please answer my question. You say that you represent the average Tory party member. You say they did not vote for Rishi Sunak because he does not love England in the way that Boris Johnson loves England. Please answer my question. What do you think Rishi Sunak could do to prove his love of the country, Jerry?
Nothing, because he will lose 80% to 20% if he stands in any vote against the electorate.
Is the real problem here, Jerry, that Rishi Sunak is a brown man and you don't trust him at the top of this country?
Well, could you imagine him going to the Scottish Nationalists and being the Prime Minister of the Scottish Nationalists? Could you imagine me becoming the Prime Minister of Pakistan or Saudi Arabia? No, these things matter. I'm sorry you don't like it, but this is predominantly, we're talking about England, right? 85% of the English people, yes, are white English people, and they want to see a Prime Minister that reflects them. It's like, I can't just go to India and be the president there, can I?
You are suggesting a couple of things here. One, that you can only be English if you're white, and the thing that stops you voting for Rishi Sunak, should the decision go out to the membership, the thing that would stop you and other Tory party members voting for Rishi Sunak is the colour of his skin. Have I understood that correctly?
No, you've completely twisted it. What I said is...
I don't think I have
people-
twisted it.
You have twisted... Oh, well, let me tell you what I think. My reason for not backing Richie is that he destroyed our economy in the COVID crisis.
I think
right?
you're losing this argument, Jerry. I think you are fundamentally a racist, and it's absolutely fascinating to me to hear that you and other Tory party members think like this.
In 2002, Alfredo Moser, a Brazilian mechanic, invented a new lamp that uses absolutely no electricity. The Moser lamp is created using a plastic bottle filled with water and the smallest bit of bleach that stops the bottle from turning green with algae, which works through the reflection of natural light, putting out roughly 40 to 60 watts per lamp. These lamps are becoming very popular in many countries, where the electricity is a very expensive commodity, and have already been fitted in over 140,000 homes in the Philippines. But despite the success of his invention, Alfredo Moser has not become rich from it, but has instead a great sense of pride at his invention.
Очередной мастер бесконтактного боя пробует свои силы против обычного парня.
Try not to laugh.
Got the slickiest shoes on ever and you do that. He's only clowning around.
Thanks for watching the video, guys. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe and turn on them notifications. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
No, 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 Nice.
You came in my face. Bye.
No, I keep stepping back.
Now you're in my face. Bye.
No, it was not.
Bye. Get out of my face. Bye. Get out of my
You
face.
are what is wrong with the freaking world today. People like you are so disrespectful.